We take refuge in the deities of mandalas or yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sangha. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. And try to attain the heart of enlightenment. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of Bodhisattvas. As per as the Buddhas invested in enlightenment and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, I took for the benefit of all sentient beings giving birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to complete this stage of the path. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Next, skip the 7 lamp prayer and go to short mandala offering. The ground is sprinkling with the scented water and strewed with the flowers. It is adorned with the Meru, the spirit mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun, the moon. As the Buddha fair hour for it, may all sentient beings attain the happiness as the Buddha fares. To the Lama who possesses the three kayas, I offer altar and inner and sacred offerings with my body, worth, and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through postations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. Om Guru Rina Mandala Punza Manga Samandra Savarina Samaye Ahom. I equal refuge, O name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor Vajradhara with adore. I bow feet of Father and Jikisungo. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one grant your blessing. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the liberate nature of the mind. Please stand aware of the Dharma of the two vehicles and the combination, according to disposition of the likewise mental capacity of sentient beings. Long press to Majeshwari. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of two worlds, and perceived the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has compassion for all beings who suffering from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara. As a father for only son, like a thunderclaps, he wakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma. Through the 60 branch of Haramani speech, he wields the wisdom sword to cut settling of the suffering and to dispel the darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of knowledge. All knowledge are supplicated you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 sons of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo. No Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo. Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo. You who are the perfect, beautiful body, whose splendor blesses and dispel the darkness of worldly ignorance, are posted before you and pressed to manjure. You ne gelen chanwa bo, ye she do me radambar, jide the moment sarwa, jambar yang la sanzar do. Dongge doje xiaojie rui zhen zhong yin jie me do dui jie feng jiang ba zi jie long bo da ba re ji be ge xiaojie jia ge xia la zor wan de dao jian jiang jian de lo na ru dang mar ba me lai xu jie gang bo ba Amo Juba Yarwan de Gombe Gaju Lama Nam Lai Zorwan de Romain Jije Yanje Bodang Ni De Zom Sanje Genje Ngowonye Rang Zem Chuge Ngong Song Dong Zebe Tawe Lama Yala Guzanza. Good morning, everyone. Please come sit. Okay, so I'm going to keep going the sharing teaching followed by yesterday. So first, of course, I have to do one transmission again, and some yesterday missing the transmission. So first I do transmission, and then I'm going to share the teaching. Zoba Jembo Gunda Zambo Gumba Zada Dembe Jula Molando Boji Yoso, nothing on the Damjig, Lam Jinde, Damar, Jumdo de Gendo Zambo Molamje, Damje, Boran, Mumbarzo de Sanja, Kenji Jan and the Master, Ranzon Jude Me, Condenica Medo, Denierena Sanje de Maris and Jenko and Jan, Konos and Jedam Jimmy, Jidore Barjo, Genda Zambo Hayajan, Jimmy Bajayato. Tenji Jalara Zores and the Draco Chumata, Temi, Mebetramaga, Tesarana Chumaga, Arizola Nepala, Zizom Jandarame, the Yungala Jabame, Tomi Shibarazonla, Dupes Oda Tomame, Ripesar Jamanga Bongo, Jila Yishinga, Yishinga Bomebale, Thomas Anjaringa Zon, Delayishita Jebe, Sanji Sanji Son. Yinga Yezar Jave, Danda Duja Tambazon, Desert Trumanyon, Thomas Anjinga Yibe, Molanda Bayan, Gamson Corvesim Jeja, Ranzon Ripango June, Yijin Bota Jejo, I Trupa Jumanji. Dewa Raja Sayenji, Gana Ganda, Azodo, I do Jim Molamje, Gano Simji, Damje, Redonene, Tomarsho, Domo Simji, Trubana, Jalaripa Majarve, Jiang, Demi Domewa, De Gamari, Trubuja, De La Heji Javale, Dana Shiba Zazinja, De La Jinda Zinji, Bajaranji Debale, Kowa, Luzon Jubazon, De La Nimon, Tongaje, Tongalela Jimmy, De Senji Trubuja, Demi Mara Imbes, Sanjing, Molamje, Genjari Paranshijo, Linji Jiba Mariba, Shiba Temi, Imbayan, King the Tapa Mariba, Dajin Zimbayan. Linji Kingdom Marini, Simji Kinjin Trijan, Sanjing, I am Molamja, Corva Simji Tamja, Temi, the Bamibasan, yes, and Bishibatan Riba, Rango, Ripa Rango, Jibarjon, and Lone Tesonde, Jimbatamo Jibale, Pajanto Borenjetes, and Okidania Dandro. Do you not a company in the own Japa Yubendo, the Dungeon Trovades, and then the last enemy, Shembende, Members, Kanjadon Yadas, Geneticum Yarenga, Sanjing, I am Molamja, Duja Shibes Jena. Dobudon Azermaban, Doja Kimbazermala, Shibarazo, Lubaya, Parazo Sinjone, Kendo, Yitovajo, Soroyor, Navalan, Didashiba Tamunji, Dama Patate Bale, Danzing, Dixu, Rabaji, Jena, Deva, Members, Yava, Jose Doren, Sanji, Maya Molanja, Rosimje Tamje, Yadanta Bujibese, Palamazara Solo, Reparazo Sinjone, Savaji, Yitovajo, Kibarjobala, Jinan, Mepelo, Najatabu Sanjipe, Najinapsu Dunganyo. Let and Devon members, Potonio Large, Sanjing, I am Molamja, Vincent Jibes, and Jena, Desi Barazo, Ribarazo, St. John, and Yamani Jotono, Yezeba Pachache, Tatuchi Musungal, Tatsun, Dings, and De Bale, Soku, Lamines, and Devon, Vanessa Don, Sanjing, I am Molamja, and the Tatuchibana. Ganding Mazaran Solo Jibaran Sosione, Tomi Gio, Demidan Yimbaye, the Moda Jibada, Jadala, the Moben, the Vejamisonja, Sanjay Molamja, the Muslim Bala, Masaradan, Shavet, Tomi, the Vajon, Gazasanjita, Sanjay Adanya, Remi, the Jerazon, the Domila, Julia, Mulan Rwanda, the Nezan Sanjay Tomay, and Ruban the Vezek, and the Zamba Mulamjes, and Hamje, Maleva, Chiji, the Sanja, Joa, Sanjanam Jordomija, and Miribana, Mulato, the Dabe. Dede semje damje gen jewa somning go sanja ni da sa ye sema da sa ye so ni ma do yo lo bo de ran ye gen da bo je gen je de san de yun na ga so semje damje la nam yo ro de mo lam je de ma ra je do na jang da ra sanje do par jo ji song so so ba je mo gen da sam bo gom ba san da de ba jo le mo lam do bo je da be semje damje sam ma je ba wa me par tem be le ba kyu pa kor do song ba o initiate that transmission. So now we go to today, page 4. Actually, page 5. So page 5. Yesterday, I gave it to you. It's first the basic in the ground. So we have in the nature, true nature, within ourselves. So not us, every single being has. And this is the uncompound, like true nature. And all these emotions never, affected to nature. Nature is always there, present clearly. But we're not knowing that we have not recognize that. So then the second, yesterday, like kind of introducing that we have this true nature awareness. So then yesterday, the page 3, the beginning, when abiding in genuine intrinsic awareness. So, you are maintaining, you are recognize that nature, be in that state. And then, fears, like obstacles, nothing come into you or not going to any of these obstacles affected to you. You are fully alive and true powerful become. So it's called Buddha, Buddha means not pointing to like external, like we say, or Buddhist person. Something or Buddha Shakyamuni, he reached enlightenment 205 years ago, 500 years ago. So that's a relative level. In this case, the Buddha means our own natural mind, not somewhere else. So we have that. We're not knowing that. We're not recognizing that. Because due to the obstacles. The obstacle is mainly, we say, like body obstacle, speech obstacle, mind obstacles. And through this, body, speech, mind, we create karma. And karma has two difference, like positive, good karma, negative, karma. So positive karma result is naturally happiness. Negative karma result is naturally suffering. So that's also called natural law of phenomena. You believe karma, no believe karma, doesn't matter. Karma affected to everyone. Karma is our actions, like through body, speech, mind. And we create karma through our body, speech, mind. But then also we can purify karma through our body, speech, mind. So we are our own creator, okay? So our suffering is we create our own suffering. And not only this life, many lifetimes. Right now we have happiness, our happiness, also we create our own happiness. our own happiness is due to our some kindness, previous lifetimes, kindness, good actions. So that due to that karma right now, we have, peace, joy, or whatever, healthy, wealthy, and free from poverty, and free from handicaps, mentally, physically, or whatever we have good condition also due to previous love karmas. And so now also suffering, also karma too, because it's called natural law of phenomena means is long as we create a good karma naturally, result is a happiness. And long as we have created negative karma, result is naturally suffering. So we created that through our body, speech, and mind. And then principles of mind. Mind is principle. So body, speech is for follow that, serving, not principle. So that's why good karma, bad karma ought to be recognized. You have to look to our own intention, Intention, long as you have good intention, and then through your love, compassion, then whatever you do, action, is called create good karma. And, based on ignorance, anger, and attachment, jealousy, then whatever you do, action, body, speech, mind is create negative karma. So negative karma then create naturally results of suffering. Positive karma naturally results of happiness. That's the reason what Buddha said teaching. He said, he recognized every single being want happiness. No one want suffering. Then we all chasing causes. We chasing happiness, but we create due to our ignorance, we create causes of suffering. Okay, so then what Buddha said teaching, have to create causes of happiness, and purify causes of suffering. Have to purify. So we are creators, so that's the reason we also can purify it. And no one can really purify our karma, but we can purify our own karma. There are many teachers practicing in support, help you support to purify karma. And we have to purify karma, negative karma, okay? Then all these actions, naturally, whatever we do is, kind of like recorded, many lifetimes. So I share also like karma is the same as eye cloth. Long as you sign up eye cloth, then even you take one picture or small videos, short videos, whatever you do, you send messages, everything go into the iCloud. And even you change your phones, but your information is still stay. So we change this life, but our previous life karma is still stay. So that's why the best solution is what we have to do is we have to delete. Okay. And then same, we have to delete our karma. Use this many diversity practice. We have ability to delete our karma. So long as you delete, and then even you change the form, not show up that. Because karma is, we create, we have ability to delete and purify. So then, karma is a lot. So huge, like example using iCloud is unlimited already iCloud, like GBs, unlimited GB we have, karma. Many lifetimes. There cannot replicate everything right moment. It's always like followed by cause conditions. When condition comes, karma is rapiding. So some karma is rapiding. Maybe you did something yesterday can be rapiding today. But some karmas you can did like many lifetimes ago, but still cannot replicate because it's always followed by conditions. So that's why karma you don't know when it's happening. The what I'm sharing you with the main point is we create a lot of karma, and so the go into this teaching, okay, we have to purify karma through relative level, and take really long time to purify karma. Not easy to purify karma. This is the shortcut, okay, shortcut. And also I share sometimes like examples like you destroy all your how to say the identification. Then whatever you have, everything is gone. Without identification, cannot find anything. Okay, so this Buddha's teaching, the practice has two different solutions. One is deleting and every negative actions and not coming back to you the result. And second is the highest level, this meditating Dzogchen Mahamudra means you remove identification. So you go beyond the samsara. No one can call to you, no one can catch you because you not exist. Okay. So you disappeared within this samsara. Within samsara, karma cannot cope. Because you go already beyond the samsara, like go beyond and within samsara, we don't have like identifications, anything. No one can call to you. So then you freedom. Okay, whatever you've done something, you don't have to fear, scared because it's you freedom. You don't have identification. They cannot detect or find you. So that's this is same as the Mahamudra Dzogchen means. You go directly into nature and go directly into the natural states. And then in that state, it's like called Buddha. And we have that nature with us, but we're not knowing that, we not recognize. And due to that, we are stuck in this delusion state. And then delusion state is always like, followed by cause and effect. Long as you stuck that country, you have to follow by country's law. And, whatever you do, and you have to follow the law and the rules. You stuck there. No freedom. Whatever you say, I'm freedom, not really freedom. Okay? So long as you not belong to that country citizen, you no longer to there, is then you not stuck with the law and the rules. So the point is we have to go beyond the samsara. Long as we stuck in this within 6 realms. Okay, so we going to in the like stuck with this cause and the effect within samsara. So this meditation technique is we go directly beyond to samsara, and then karma cannot affected to in this state. Think about like example, like we have a thunderstorm here, and you are above the clouds. The thunderstorms are not affected to you. So in this state is like right now with this space is the same as a relative level. In the relative level, we have to follow in the relative level what we have to do good things. Otherwise, we get suffering, And the absolute truth is to go beyond this. Our perception, conception, what we have. Right now, what we have, all these 6 senses, object, perceiving, this is not actually permanently truth. It is, delusion states. Buddha Shakyamuni is what he mentioned, I have to show the path. Reason is what this eye seeing form is not right. Hearing song is not right. It's always a delusion. If your eye seeing is 100% truth and absolutely truth, then Buddha said, I don't have to show you path because you already seeing. No, our eye seeing is not seeing truth, not right. It's delusion. So that's why Buddha have to share truth. There has one sickness, jodi or something like, you can see all the white colors become yellow color. So due to the sickness, then reality is form is white, but you can't see the white. It's you see the yellow. Then the persons, you argue that person, they're never going to agree with you because that person directly seeing the yellow color. You say, no, it's yellow, it is white. Whatever you say, that person not going to accept you. Do you understand? Okay, so same, what right now perceive this object, 6 objects, what we have is only our own, this delusion state in the relative level, temporarily truth for us. But reality, this what we perceiving 6 objects are not truth. Okay, so very simple idea is okay. Our human being, what perceiving object, other beings not seeing same like that. So that's the reason diversity beings has diversity perceptions, not same perceptions. That indicate is nothing is truly inherently exist. Okay, so all is followed by our perception delusions. So then we have to, the practice this teaching, the right know what is hearing, is have to go beyond that, go beyond this conceptual level. It's not easy, okay, not easy. Very, very difficult, very hard teaching. So we have this topic. I shared this many times, but mostly here you are in the new for this teaching, I think. And this topic is not that easy. Okay, what are you here thinking about something? Maybe this is totally different idea. So we needed that, okay? And then yesterday I mentioned like, okay, today I'm sharing with you teaching. Maybe it's you feels okay, or could be like that, maybe not. You can have drops. Even drops is good. Many lifetimes we don't have any dropped, drops your thoughts. And always we think what we perceiving is always truth, and we have very strong fixations, everything. So now this teaching help you break, your fixations. And what you thought is, maybe what are things not right, something, something different there. Even I don't know, maybe something is there. So you feel that that's also good happen, when you receive teaching. That really help you, open door to liberation. So that's the reason, like it's the main point is what you think, and we knowing something is we always think that's the right and the truth is not that right and the truth. So we need more open mind, and you can learn more, and you can, investigating, your analytically using analytical meditate, intellectually, and then you rest in mind, meditate. And one day you recognize this teaching is the truth and very powerful teaching. But I cannot say right now it's powerful because we are in the totally another hand in this, delusion state. When you have this some level experience, you truly believe, 100% your trust rising and the certainty rising within yourself. So then that means, this teachings into your mind. Buddha, what he shared, the teaching, all these teachings is truth, is he sharing everything relative level, relative truth. Absolute level is absolutely truth. And that's why what he says, I didn't create. Sharing is, reality and the truth. And then that's why you can investigate. You can analyze, and you can investigate. You can debate, So then also your analytical, your investigation, you have to know these two differences, relative level and absolute truth level. Relatively, cause and effect, what I told you, and what usually we think is good is good. What usually we think is bad, So due to emotions, create something is bad, and the result also bad. And then you create, like through your love, compassion, something action, doing something, is we also think is good, and that's the result also good too. That's a relative level. But absolute truth means like have to go beyond that. Absolute truth states is good, bad is both cannot be exist. It have to go beyond the both. So bad is no exist, then good also cannot be exist. Okay, long as you don't have right, you don't have left. Right, left is depending each other, right? So we say good and bad, these two also dependent. Long and short also dependent, not independent. So you don't have a short, then you cannot something say long one. So absolute truth in this teaching take you to this, go beyond this good and bad, go beyond then our judgmental, positive and negative. This, Mahamudra Dzogchen is go beyond means beyond the negative samsara, beyond also positive religion too. And so relative level, we have this negative samsara, and then we need positive religion for the solution for the negative samsara. Do you understand? If your clothes is dirty, you need soaps, washing machines, something for solution for that. And then, absolute truth in this case, your clothes is never dirty. Then there's also something solution for washing machine or soaps also not necessary. Just both, not necessary. Get that out. Yeah, you have to go to beyond means. Even we cannot stuck with the religion conceptual level too. Okay, religion is positive when we have this samsara, worldly, very strong negative energy, and then religion, is positive. If it goes to the true religion, I mean, sometimes people use religion as a wrong way. So that's it's not the religion, it's the person mistake, not religion mistake, but persons using religion is the wrong way. But true religion must be positive. Positive means then must be loving kindness, yeah? And patient, tolerant, generosity, all this quality, what do we need in the world. So that's the religion in this, relative level. So then, and go into this teaching, okay, we have to go beyond then religion too. So So then here mention about the Lord, I am Kuntuzangpo, I am the Buddha something. So that means like pointing to our own nature, own mind, you know. So this Buddha, what here is mentioned is like really truly our own, you know, the own nature, mind, or nature awareness. So that's the point is like pointing is our true nature mind. So that's the Buddha what here mentioned a lot. Now, so we have to go to page 5. Page 5 is yesterday we stopped there. So then, like yesterday is like Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. So I mentioned 3 things. Dharmakaya is our true mind nature. It's a Dharmakaya. Sambhogakaya is, our, this, the emanation, it's called emanation, is many meanings there. So long as we realize, okay, realization rising, Dharmakaya realize your true nature, and then in that realization with you have a love, you have a compassion. So inseparably, loving kindness inseparably with your realization, true nature, mind realization. So then that's rising to form bodies. It's called Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya form bodies for benefit for others. So first, the Dharmakaya is first. Reason is we have to realize the Dharmakaya. And then, Dharmakaya realize, and then, that rising to form is a Sambhogakaya and the Nirmanakaya for benefit for other beings. So it's in the teaching is sometimes a little bit complicated. People have this misunderstanding laws, these 3 kayas. The main essence is like the nature, mind, awareness, true nature is called Dharmakaya. We not recognize that generally because what I mentioned due to our this we have obstacles. We not recognize. Then when you practicing using this teaching, practicing, you realize this Dharmakaya nature. Then naturally benefit for others. So benefit for others is called Sambhogakaya and the Nirmanakaya form to benefit for other beings. So that's why first realize Dharmakaya, and then rising to Sambhogakaya and the Nirmanakaya benefit for others. And Buddhas, they when enlightened, then they not stay in the nirvana, they always benefit for other beings. So realization itself is called Dharmakaya. Then that power that benefit for others is called Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya form bodies. Now we here is yesterday is job here is from the very first. So then is everybody is Buddha. Why this so many sentient beings in samsara? Why is it deluded? Here this is like we explain here. First sense awareness does not done. So they have a nature mind, and but then awareness is never shine, never rising. That means no recognize it itself, no shining it itself. So we have light. Is this light is there? If it turns switch off, then light is cannot see. It is there, but cannot see. And when you turn on the light, is then you can see clearly, light rise shining. So same, beginningless time. What happened is we have this very first sense, awareness. So then it's not rising, awareness itself. It's not seeing itself. So then started deluded. So many beings enlightenment in the first state. Or to the enlightenment, in this very first, like in the grown state, then the awareness is rising. Awareness is rising is the same as like turn on the light. Sometimes like yesterday I shared with you the crystal. If the crystal has a light inside and it's turn on the light, this crystal balls are shining. Turn off, then not shining. So, mind, the grown, this natural mind, and then awareness, seeing itself, same as like, rising, like kind of, turn on itself, means then you recognize itself. It's elaborate. But the delusion beings not recognize that didn't turn on itself, and not knowing that. So that's why I say awareness that not wrong means that they didn't turn on the light, the same as, for deluded beings within the ground. See, this deluded beings within the ground, first, awareness does not dawn, means never arise awareness. Awareness not arising, then deluded. Awareness not arising, what happens is that they are entirely mindless and confused. Mindless, like it's like kind of, no seeing itself, kind of dark and draw, and then confusion rising. So this, Tibetan follow and the English follow is a little bit changed the sections, because I think it's better follow English. For me, when I share teaching, it's very hard using this text. Then I retranslate again last 2 months ago. Yesterday, I forgot to share that. Then we have already bought this translation. But for you, maybe this is better. Okay. And for when I share teaching, like for me, is what I did retranslate. It's much better for me because each sentence followed by exactly, Tibetan and English. This one is like Tibetan, English didn't go together. Yeah, it's so Tibetan here, first sentence is, its meanings coming from the second sentence. So I think it's a good way to English follow. I'm always speak Tibetan, it's my English is sometimes upside down because Tibetan saying words is other way to English. Do you understand? I think you know many of these different languages. So, English is for me is upside down. So that's why sometimes very hard to understand this. Anyway, so the point is then deluded beings within the ground, they are entirely mindless and confused. What I'm sharing right now here is in this, the teaching, the main point is every single day, this, in the grown states is in the when you waking up the first state, awareness is rising. This grown nature is rising, but we're not knowing that because it's too short moment. Okay, only meditators, there's in the teaching that say they recognize, but ordinary people, they don't recognize. When you very deep, thick sleeping, okay, and then kind of like not 100% wake up, it's almost waking up. The mind is clear, feeling, awareness, no any this, confusion, deluded, anything rising, no thoughts. But that is a too short moment. And then waking up momently, your mind is directly go to this delusion, confusions, thoughts. And then we hold it, stuck that. Okay, when you go sleep, then no 100% sleep, no 100% waking up. And the transition, dissolving time, and this also like short term is this growing awareness is rising, no thoughts, no this dullness, anything, short momently, but we don't knowing that, no recognize, just go for sleep. Okay, so that's within 24 hours, actually, 2 times rising. One is when you're waking up, one is you're going for sleep. And good meditators, when you're waking up in that moment, that this knowing that nature, hold that awareness, stay, no this delusion, confusion, thought rising. And they hold that state, and they can stay longer, meditate. Then also good meditators, when go for sleep, all this, our 6 senses are dissolving. It's dissolved, and then, before you 100% fall asleep, dissolving momently, and this awareness, is rising, short momently. To meditate and practicing, they can hold that. And then it's called, no, in the like sleep is the same as like our ordinary sleeping. So many people talk about also dream yogas, means like then you can hold awareness in the dream part, and the sleep also checking to in this meditation state. So that's the another short like idea. Every time we have rising, and this is like saying like I'm beginning last time, like many lifetimes, how that we started deluded like this way, not knowing the own nature, and then delusion, confusion rising, then goes like cyclic existence. So that's the we have to understand, and have to hold our awareness any moment, any time. Mindless and the confusion rising. This itself is unawareness, delusions cause. So that's become then unawareness is delusion. That's the causes of like we are, cyclic existing in samsara. Not, and then as if all was sudden judge. So there is anxiety and mental discord. Become you get anxiety or mentally some, like kind of so much thoughts, and too busy your mind. So that is rising. So then from which notions of self and other and emanate appears. So, so due to this, like become anxiety and the mental discord, and then you have a very strong rising, and see from which the notions of self is and other. Then other is naturally I, self, and other, and emanate appears. Then all this appearance is rising. As this habitual tendency is then reinforced, become our karmic imprint habitual, this delusion. thoughts reinforce again, like become strong and strong. Then everything is become like solid, like truth for us. Okay. So the point is when you meditate, this realizing everything comes more, you fear more delusions. And long as you fear the delusion, everything, you no longer fear. Fear is less or gone. You don't get this, this anxiety and the mental discourse, these things like naturally release. So knowing your own nature, and if you hold the nature state, meditate, in that moment, you don't have I and self. You don't have others in that state. Okay? Then you don't have my family, my relative, my enemies. All this is gone. Okay? Even my religion, my practice, that's also in that state is gone. So you beyond the religion, idea. So then you don't have this like worldly hour usually, or this conceptual thoughts or problems, issues. They are not exist in that state. So you can stay in that state, like safe state. Do you understand? So that's we have to discover within ourselves. Enlightenment means we have to discover what we have true nature. This give up or like let go of these delusions. Then, so the point is this habit of coming in place becomes strong, and the samsara unfolds in its regular progression. Then samsara is become progression. So like when you exactly same as when you wake up morning, what do you do morning first day? Then like we go all this 24-hour, follow the watch, right? Like this clockwise. It's called unfolds in its regular progression. So thus mind's afflictions, the five progressions developed, then does all these worldly things become five progressions, okay? Ignorance, attachment, anger, jealousy, pride. These five progressions become growing, strong and strong, more rising, more develop. And action one of these five progressions never end. Then the five progressions kind of like control us. So we are become powerless. We don't have really choice. Okay. So everything is behind what we do, or is like action is a far afflictive emotion. So then due to that, create lots of negative karma. And the karma then, take us to in samsara. So that's why I say, think about samsara means like not only human beings. Talk about 6 different realms is coming. This 6 realm is created by these afflictive emotions. So then which emotion is we think more strong coming all the time? Is anger is very strong. So that creates harem suffering. It's extremely painful, heat and cold, the experience. Desire, very strong selfish desire create hungry ghost. And ignoring create animal realms. So this 3 is called 3 lower realms, more suffering. Called tormentedly, uninterruptedly suffering. These 3 lower realms. So then the most samsara, the beings, number is in the 3 lower realms. Higher realm is a human being, jealousy God realm is less. So we think about our human being comparing to animals. Human beings very few. Okay. We know that human being, how many in the world, we know. Like they have count numbers, 8 billion human beings, something. Animal cannot. How many in the ocean? How many in the land? You know, how many diversity beings? Animal means like diversity, so many, countless. So then that, you know, see hungry ghosts, harems, like that number, more. And human beings less. The reason is because all the sentient beings controlled by these afflictive emotions. These afflictive emotions put us in these lower realms, more suffering place. So that's why here says, you know, and actual one of these 5 poisons never end. Never end. Then we think about it in the, you know, animal realms, they eat each other. They create all the time, you know, suffering negatively each other. Then human beings does same. So that's why never end suffering. Therefore, since the basis for beings delusions, so delusions become actually ignoring, not knowing what is own true nature, and we deluded, not knowing that. So then in the delusion take us into samsara. Samsara is extremely suffering, endless. Then is a lack of mindfulness or absence of awareness. Why is this problems? Because lack of unmindful and absence of this, you know, awareness, not knowing its own nature truth. Through this, my aspiration as Buddha, may all beings recognize their own awareness. So aspiration is every single being recognize own awareness. Powerfully, you know, aspiration, pray. So then yesterday I mentioned when we do these prayers, we are much try to stay in our own awareness state. And then just this prayer is truly powerful. And when we also deluded, and then chant prayer is less benefit, less powerful. So though the awareness that is co-emergent is a state of mindlessness, distraction. Okay, so then, you know, awareness, not knowing, is become co-emergent. It's called, that is co-emergent. It is a state of mindlessness, distraction. So this, you know, co-emerging, sometimes we call co-emerging ignorance. Co-emerging ignorance is first with delusion, we have our own habitual coming in brain, you know, already has that. Same time, you know, right now, we are all human beings, body. So when you take the birth from the mother's womb, you have all these human beings coming imprints, you know, it's a human beings idea. What happens in the zone? I don't know, something going on. Someone sharing the screen.
Yes.
Or you have to block the screen sharing so nobody can block. Somebody blocked share screen by mistake.
Recording and
Yeah, this is normal.
okay, no
Yeah,
coming.
Okay, I have it taken off, Khenpo.
Thank you. Okay, so this co-emerging awareness is like, you know, someone like human beings, you know, babies. They're calling the mother, father, you know, they wanted to get milk from mother. So that's called co-emerging ignorance. They have like habituate, karmic imprint naturally. You know what? The babies have to do things. So that's a awareness that is co-emerging. Then of course, like other, you know, like we know like animals, diverse animal, when they're born there, they has their own like naturally, you know, what the babies have to follow mother or have to do things, mother take care of the babies. That's all called co-emergent. It's a state of mindlessness, distraction. Then the unawareness that dissonate. Dissonate is called the like idea, like you change the people's mind. Okay, that's called dissonate. This unawareness. Dissonate is like the when baby born, babies, young people, they don't have many ideas. Then people teach them like many things that change the mind. Also, when they're born, they don't know the gold is expensive. Okay, they just see yellow color, that's it. And then someone telling them this is a very expensive object. And then the mentality is stuck there, So that's called unawareness, that dissonate. So when we have these two things coming with us, and due to this is dualistic clinging to self and others, then we have very strong I and ourself and others. So this is like starting like from when we was born. Also, actually, why we go to this, like delusion, big, and I and others selfish, its dualistics becomes strong, very thickly rising. The reason is because these two co-emergence, awareness that is co-emerging and awareness that dissonate, these two things. I don't know the English, these words are correct, but Tibetan has these two meanings, so much I have to explain. Not easy to understand. So, this two is like philosophy words. The point is, I think, is think about like when the baby was born, they are more present, clear. There's more kind of a dharma idea in the mind. They don't have fixation so much. Do you understand? They don't think about yesterday and tomorrow. They're only present, very present. But then slowly there, this first one is become growing awareness that is co-emerging. Then them calling mother, father, and the human beings like habitual is become strong and strong. That is more rising. Then after that, we put this awareness that dissonate is like then telling them to is this is our family, this is others, this is our country, this is others. All these things we put in their mind. They become then and the dualistic clinging to self and others become strong and strong. So growing again. So then desires become more strong. These two co-emerging. So then these two comes together and the dissonating awareness, co-emerging and the dissonating awareness, provide the basis for the delusion of all beings. The all beings like become deluded due to this, unawareness, co-emerging and unawareness dissonating beings. So know through this my aspiration as Buddha, may the dark and murky gloom of mindlessness among all sentient beings in samsara be dispelled. So we aspiration, dispel all this darkness in every being's mind. Dispel the delusions. May the dualistic perception be purified. And may they recognize their very own awareness. We wishing that, recognize their very own awareness, like through our own awareness. Very beautiful aspiration. Okay, so now, among of dualistic clinging as one of dot. So from subtle attachment, once it has arising, then this dualistic clinging has lots of dots. And also then subtle attachment, once it has arising, attachment subtle level is rising. become habitual tendency gradually gain strength, become, the attachment, fixation is become strong and thicker, become gain strength. And then food, word, clothing, home, and companions. So we attach to, homes, like friends, food, everything. The pleasure of the five senses or desire relations. Then whatever is attractive bring the torment of desire, become like desire, or these external things create lots of desires, tormented of desire. These are the delusion of the world. So it's become create all the delusion world. Action based on dualistic clinging are unending. So then, based on dualistic clinging, never end. Because it's already, we have very thick, strong karmic imprint, this delusion, not possible to stop, not possible to ending. If this, dualistic clinging is no ending, then no ending samsara, no ending suffering. So when the fruit of attachment come to wrapping, so attachment is, this have to recognize two things. Attachment, very strong, okay, become its causes of hungry ghost. And the normal attachment causes of human beings. This right now is sharing is hungry ghost, so that's like very strong. Okay, like we drink the coffee example, like double shot attachment. Yeah, so then that kind of, created the hungry ghost around. Action based on the dualistic clinging are unending. When the fruition of attachment comes to wrapping, then that desire is really wrapping. They bring birth as a Prita is hungry gods tormented by desire, extremely desire. So, how reached, right? Wretched are the pangs of hunger and thirsty. In their states, it's like extremely hunger and thirsty. So this actually really makes sense. I mean, 6 afflictive emotions create like 6 realms. When we have in the right now in the human beings, someone has extreme, so strong desire. The desire is like something we have, what we need, but never satisfy, never enough what we need, we have. Want, Same as like countries, like taking another country's resource, everything. Even, the other countries are much better, but other country very suffering, but they're taking all the resource other countries. So similar, each our, individually, we mentally, we have enough everything, what we need, but desire is so strong, curving desire, then taking others, all the others like what they has. And so we, our own situations much better than others, but taking others due to our this desire. And then the person naturally create this hungry ghost form body. When they die, what happens? Because you already create a perception, mentally already create. Then take birth to call hungry ghost. It's everything is mentally happening, mental state. Okay, mind state, mental state. Then it's called hungry ghost is like whatever you have never enough is different experience rising after die. So it's called hungry ghost state. Then in that state, what happens is no food, no drinks. and no pleasure place. Even you saw the food is become despair, or despair to not is become despair to the like material things, not food. So waterfalls naturally despair to become dry, heat, something like other way happening. So that's naturally their mentally they create and they during the human beings. And then they die and naturally happening that perception rising. So that's called hungry ghost. And that's why, we right now in the human being, we have a very good opportunity to free from this state. How do we free from that state? We have a karma to go to in these realms, how to release karma. And then the best solution, highest level solution is meditation, ordering the awareness, but many people can't do this. Okay. Then what the people you generally can do? Let less fixations. Whatever you have, recognize. And good foundation we have to recognize. And who don't have generate compassion for them. So that power of compassion, naturally this karma is destroying, purifying. So we don't have to go then check to these realms. Also, generosity, open mind, kind. So that's we have to create within, in the right now in our human being, in this, right now within our this states, or we can do in this right now. We have to do that. Okay, before go into these realms. So sharing, generosity, open mind, and knowing what we have, lucky, who don't have, and recognize, even you can help them, but it's great, but even not can't help, but create a more kind, loving, compassion to who don't have. Then naturally release this negative karma. So then know through this, when we chant also this prayer, my aspiration as a Buddha, may beings best by curving and attachment, neither cast aside the torment of desire, nor pursue the curving of attachment. So this is the, like the highest level solution or meditation. The practitioners, what they do, when, like also we have to practice this. When desire rising, okay, this curving or desire is rising. So then desire, not rejecting. Okay, we have to recognize, oh, I have this desire. You recognize, you're not rejecting desire feeling. If you rejecting that feeling, it's good first, like beginners, but you wanted to become very good practitioner, not rejecting desire feeling. And this desire feeling rising, you recognize and hold, and seeing the desire, and then not pursue. Neither cast aside the torment of desire, no rejecting. The no pursue means no accepting. Accepting is then you follow the desires. When desire rising, the desire asks you to go to, take all other people's advantage. What there's you take advantage is something, like don't do that. The pursue the curving of attachment means not accepting desire. Okay, not rejecting desire. Just recognize desire. Then what we have to do is, but by allowing the mind to relax, just as it is, then the moment you use your awareness and look to your mind, be in this no duality or in the true state. You stay in that moment, desires naturally die itself, release itself. Okay, that's called desire transform, to emptiness. Desire, you don't need a solution, something, go away, or rejecting, get rid of the desire. You don't need to accepting desire. So these both are incorrect. If accepting means like we accepted the desire like many lifetimes. So that's why we are still not enough what we need, because due to desires. And rejecting is, then you rejecting desire. So let the temporary practice is great, but you cannot get awareness. You can't reach enlightenment, rejecting desires. So that's why desire, recognize, you hold your own awareness, mindful awareness. Desire is release itself, die itself. Desire is groundless, ruleless, it's just rising but die itself. So that's the powerful practice. And that's why here says, may they capture the natural state of awareness. We have to capture our own mind. When desire is rising, and then recognize, you capture your own awareness. Yesterday, I thought when we have discussion time, about, taking selfie, pictures. Similarly, mind, our mind, awareness, selfie, like seeing itself, knowing itself, be in that state, hold that, maintaining. And then, so desire is die itself, and gain the wisdom of perfect discernment, then called wisdom, discernment, wisdom's rising. Discernment wisdom means desire release itself, and that energy, awareness is called discernment wisdom. So we reach to enlightenment means we have to, have to rising these 5 wisdoms. Where is this 5 wisdom source? It's emotions, 5 afflictive emotions. If you get rid of all the 5 afflictive emotions, then you don't have wisdom. So you don't use firewood, like firewood to get rid out, then you don't have fire. Do you understand? So firewood itself creates fire. Same, desire itself creates discerning wisdom. You understand, right? So it's very easy, another level, but it's truly powerful. Then you don't have to do anything, like, see, this is like everything's come from within ourselves. So enlightenment means like we have to rising within ourselves. So that's why Buddha said, I show you the path. I cannot take you to enlightenment. Enlightenment is 100% up to you, because who can help you to do this? Like technology cannot do this. Buddha's his knowledge or realization cannot transform us. We can share this many informations, like, through airdrops or sending to informations we can do, but sharing. But this realization you cannot do. Okay, have to everything rising from within ourselves. So that's why I say, and gain the wisdom of perfect discernment rising from ourselves. So that's the how to, free from desire, and then reach to, enlightenment using desire, and reach this perfectly discerning wisdom. So then second is through the subtle strings of anxiety and fear towards the appearance of external objects, habitual tendencies of aversion are reinforced. opening the way to enmity, injury, and slaughter. When the fruit of aggression come to wrapping, how harrowing will be the bawlings and the burning over here. So that's the anger, talking about anger. And the ram is like harems, suffering. Then we have these appearances. So appearance of an external object, so we, like through this subtle astering of anxiety and fear is the cause is this, appearance of external object. Then we, create a more strong habitual tendency of aversion and are reinforced. Become anger is create more strong and strong. Aversion is. Then result is opening the way to emanate, injure, and slaughter, so like become killing, fighting, all this result is rising. First, due to this appearance, and then we attach fixation, become, more anxiety and the fear is rising, and then that create becomes strong and strong, and then fighting, killing each other. So when the fruition of aggression come to wrapping, or harrowing will be the burning and the bawling and the burning over here. So this thing about like anger result is killing and injuring. So the anger created in the human being realms, like we know, so like we create so much suffering others, killing each other, right, harming each other. So it's then that in the human being realm, our realm, we have these problems. I mean, the like very strong suffering, injuring and killing. This bawlings and burning over here. This is like example one. Warpings, chemical warpings, like you're saying, so many people like has these sufferings. And then person who using these things, they when they die, and then going to experience ram is like that, suffering, extremely suffering. So that's why that when we die, anger and fighting or something due to that die is take birth to in this harems. It's extremely suffering because it's mentally created that. And someone die in the war is not easy to liberate, of course, they're mentally kept going the fighting. In the, even they don't have physical form, but in the mentally created exactly what they before die form body, and then they die all the time fighting, burning. So that's called the bardo, suffering after die, So it's called harem, suffering coming for the person. So this suffering is causes anger. No, through this my aspiration as a Buddha. So same is like we have to, this transform is what we transform attachment, desire. So this anger also has same solution. May all sentient beings of the sixth realms whenever they are besieged by intense aggression. So when anger is very strong rising, neither reading nor indulge in it, but relax therein. So when our anger rising, no rejecting, no accepting anger. What we have to do is capture the natural state of their own awareness. We have to capture our own awareness and gain the wisdom of lucidity and clarity. Become, anger is release itself, die itself. And then call this lucidity, clarity, or mirror like wisdom's rising. So anger is called transform to become called mirror like wisdom, seeing clearly. So if someone who has this ability to hold this capture awareness, the anger, desire is a source of wisdom. So that's why this teaching right now, what is it like, is transforming, the negative energies using that create wisdom. Okay. So it's a same thing like, like garbage is recycling. Do you understand? Using something like positive objects. So our negative energy is become, the energy is changed to the blessed, joyful. So long as you have ability to capture this awareness, capture your mind, own awareness, capture nature state of their own awareness, then all these emotions become rising to bliss and joy. So its best resource is emotions for the gaining the enlightening quality. And gain the wisdom of lucid clarity, mirror like wisdom rising. Anger is, purifies, hell gone, and then, become wisdom rising within ourselves. The next is when the mind grows concentrated, it brings thoughts of rivalry, and disdain. So when it's ego and rising, then it's and the rising of intense pride. Then competition, wanted to put down others, like I'm best, others like pushing down, and also same time have a competition. Others people, like due to that become egos is strong and strong. So then ego leads to the suffering of quarrels, right? And disputes. So it's become created, like, see, it's suffering of like, fighting. When the fruition of such karma come to wrapping, so it's, you fighting is can be physically, but mentally fighting, due to ego. So then the result is wrappings is they bring birth as a deva, subject to passage and fall. It's called take birth to the God's realm. So God realm is called, not also like the great place. They're extremely suffering too. Generally the love is very beautiful, joy, very powerful place. But then when ready to die, they lose everything. All the qualities, losing everything. And then death process is like takes a long time. What they usually say, like our human beings run is 50 years. God run is only 1 day. So that means like the death processing is like many our human beings lifetimes death suffering they has. Because it's long time, death suffering is they have so much power and the wealthy or radiance body qualities, everything is shrinking, losing. And then they recognize it going down because already good karma is exhausted. So only what left is negative karma. It's going down. Same is like in the powerful people in the world, they're ready to go to jail, They're losing the power where they go and go to jail mostly. So same, the God is going down to the harems. And that's why they're suffering. So, not through this may aspiration as a Buddha, we aspiration for them is may all sentient beings in whom conceit is born, like, it's ego, like who has, relax their mind, and then, so means like when we have ego rising, ourselves, we recognize ego, no rejecting, no accepting, same exactly, and capture the nature state of their own awareness. We have to capture our own awareness, recognize ego, stay in the nature, own awareness, and then ego is release itself. Become ego, that feeling, negative feeling is transformed to bliss, wisdom feeling. Okay, and release the true meaning of equality, called economic wisdom rising. So then next one is the habitual tendency of intense dualistic clinging. Tendency dualistic clinging bring about the pain of self, flattery, and contempt. So it's like with, it actually due to, of course, this habitual tendency, dualistic clinging, then first to us and saying, negative things for others. So this, and take to and by inflaming conflict, the conflict become discord and competition. So lead to birth in the asura realm of slaughter and the mutilation. So this become, is create, it's a take birth to asura is called jealousy goes around, because jealousy, due to jealousy, take birth to jealousy goes around, and then jealousy is fighting, due to fixation, clinging ourselves and hatred to others. So due to mental jealousy, fighting, and then result is what is happening is go to hell realms because it's fighting, So the point is, you see, right now, all the wars and the fighting, everything is like created by the jealousy. And then the war, the suffering is hell realms. And then die also mentally hell realm suffering. So that's why when our, self, like jealousy rising, we have to recognize jealousy rising. And then recognize is through this my aspiration as Buddha, made those in whom rivalry and antagonism take root. Not regarding them as enemies, but relax there and then. So, not regarding them as enemies, like not thinking about enemy. When jealousy, like think, oh, it's my enemy due to because of jealousy, angers due to that rising. So we have to do is not regard them as enemies. So usually, of course, worldly idea, we recognize then it is enemies, and then find a solution for, subdued fighting. So that's create a lot of then sufferings, but the Dharma is a different solution. Okay, Dharma, what it says, like, but relax there and then, so relaxing mind and look to our own awareness, capture the natural state of their own awareness, and gain the wisdom of unimpeded activities. So, jealousy has become transformed. It's wisdom. Same is like what other emotion, transforming. When jealousy is recognized, and capture our own awareness, be in that state, jealousy is released itself. So this unabated activity, wisdom is rising. Then next is animal realm. Mindlessness, indifference, distraction. So it's not knowing, what is right, what is wrong. Indifference, distraction. Also, drownness, drowsiness, elevation. So insensibility, laziness, and stupidity. So all this is like, ignorance. Result in helplessness, animal wanderings. Animal is created by this ignorance, result is go to animal realm. So know through this, my aspiration as Buddha, may light of clear recognize arise in those plunge into stupidity's gloom. So when ignorance is like not knowing something rising, and then hold this our awareness is called made light of clear, consciousness arise. And those plunge into stupid as gloom. And may they gain wisdom free of thought. So this, like not knowing, very dull, and the mind is no sharp, clear, dullness, and the laziness, foggy, and then, more negative energy feeling, strong, when this, created by, it's called ignorance, created by animal realms. So when this energy rising in your mind, recognize, holding awareness, then, this dullness, this dark mind is become releasing clarity, sharp, wisdom rising. So that rising, and then animal, this ignorance is transforming. So, and may they gain wisdom free of thoughts. It's called Dharma Dharma wisdom. Rising, Dharma Dharma wisdom. It's that wisdom is rising ourselves. So that's talk about 5 different realms. And then here is not clearly mentioned about the human beings. The human beings, like I told you, attachment, is created by human being, but attachments become double shot, stronger than hungry ghost. So that's why attachment created hungry ghosts around and the human beings around both. So long as this emotion when they're rising, the awareness, mind, recognize, stay in that state, capture, you be in your own mind nature, much ever you can stay, and then naturally, this emotions dissolved, release itself, called die itself. And die itself, release itself is called transforming to become wisdom. If you find a solution, go away, then you're not transforming. Same as like garbage, no recycling, get rid out. And you cannot create another something. So that's why this awareness, long as you have ability to hold the awareness, emotion is not bad. Emotions become causes of wisdom, causes of enlightenment. And then you have more emotion, you can go more fast, enlightenment. Okay. become enlightened sources, emotions, a source of enlightenment. So it's very dangerous who cannot capture mindful awareness, capture the, mindful awareness, then emotion is very strong negativity. It's causes of suffering. So that's why meditator is must be, always hold mindful. Practitioner means like knowing emotions rising or not, when rising, right away recognize, and then you can hold awareness until release itself. It's very beautiful practice. We don't know when it's rising, these emotions, these 5 different kind of emotions. You don't know. Usually we don't recognize. Sometimes we don't want to recognize because due to our ego, and we wanted to always pointing others' problem, not me. Yeah, we don't want to accept my own issue. This. So then, long as we don't accept ourselves, all the become create the causes of suffering. The good Dharma practitioners, the truth is of the highest level Dharma practice is very simple one. Goes the highest level, more simple level. You don't need anything because your emotions generate within yourself. You have your own mind. You use your own awareness, and then emotions when rising, you just recognize and you capture awareness, stay until die itself, release itself. Then you feel very happy and joy. So if you does that practice, then who create emotion for you? That person is your guru. Do you understand? That's why we call enemy is our own treasure, guru. So enemies like really create enlightenment. Give you enlightenment. Our really loved ones bring us to the samsara. Other way, become everything's other hand, other way, okay? Do you understand? So, long as you have holding this awareness, then you know attach fixation, like strongly fixation to your loved ones. You can love to your loved ones, but no fixation. There's two different there. But very hard to know this separate. Because water is dirty, then you said the water is always like dirty, like kind of you don't know clean water and the dirt separate dirty. Do you understand? Already mixed up. So your mind has this awareness. You really can love your loved ones, truly love loved ones, but not create causes of suffering. Our love is create causes of suffering. Love is like mixed up with very strong negative attachment. Do you understand? Pure love, attachment love becomes separate when you have awareness. So then you can really rising love to your loved ones. Also, not only your loved ones, your family, relative, your old friend, anyone, but your love is growing to everyone. And then your love is also rising for economic love. Without this awareness, you capture. Our love compassion is limited. Okay, so only you can love your friends, your family, but no others. And even your love, your family, relatives, that also love is like not pure love. And maybe depending, love or attachment, love, fixations. So create more negative energy. And the true love is the pure love is only Bodhisattva has. Bodhisattva has this realization, realize. And then the love is economic for everyone. Okay, pure love rising. So that's the we have to know important. No is where we are right now. Okay, up beginning, right? All sentient beings throughout the three realms are equal to me, the Buddha in the ground of all. The supplication is like every being is equal to me. You know, the Buddha in the ground of all means like ground level, everyone's a Buddha. But in the relative, like then we have these obstacles. We not knowing that. No same thing in the ground, everyone is a Buddha, like we wishing everyone is become free from that or the delusions, become Buddha, reserve Buddha. So yet for them it is but a base of mindlessness delusion. So all samsara beings, become deluded mindless delusion. And know they're engaging in meaningless pursuit. So we're doing so much meaningless things. With the sixfold karma as if deceived by dream. So then we go to 6 different rounds, like all is a kind of things, dreaming, delusion. Yet I am the promoter Buddha, guide to the 6 classes through my emanations. Through this Samanthabhada's prayer of aspiration, may all sentient beings without exception awaken within the Dharma Dart, the absolute sphere. So every being, recognize their own nature, realize. So that's the aspiration. And then yesterday we talked a little bit this part. This section is a kind of more conclusion. Hence for Emma Aho is like a very special, amazing words. Henceforth, whenever a powerful yogi with naturally clear and deluded awareness recite this powerful aspiration, all sentient beings who hear it will awaken within the course of 3 lives. See, someone who really does this prayer through awareness, see the naturally clear undiluted awareness. Undiluted awareness in chant this prayer is prayers are powerful. Who hear these prayers, every beings free from 3 lifetimes, free from samsara, waking within the course of 3 lives. When Rahu serves the sun or moon, whenever the earth rumbles or quakes, earthquake, right? Quakes, yeah, earthquake. At the absolute, at the solstice or close of the year, visualize yourself as Samanthabhada and chant this aloud so all may hear. Then all the beings of the 3 rounds will, through the yogin's prayer or aspiration, gradually be free from their suffering and automatically awaken as Buddha. So automatically, naturally become Buddha, enlightened. This is the for now we finish the prayer and teaching here is okay. So the last part is the mention. When you chant, is like not only you have to practice this when this happening. I mean the solstice, sun and the moon colors, New Year, something like earthquake time. we can do this prayer anytime, okay? So reason is why they mention is this list. There is in that happens, the more emotion, people has more feelings, beings, not only human beings. Energies become that time very strong. So that's why, chanting prayer is that time is good, to do prayer practice. And could be we have more emotion, rising than normal days when this happens. So then you can capture your emotions. Long as you capture your emotions, see, transforming, emotions become very useful source of the enlightenment. So person who can transform emotion, and then emotion is become it's a treasure object, very important. So someone give you treasure, and then that's the same is like who give you emotions. Do you understand? So then depending how you want to take, someone give you, like treasure is like use that is for like same is like garbage, or you want to use for treasure object. So that's up to our practitioners. Yeah. So long as who has this ability to hold awareness, capture awareness when the emotions comes rising, and then you really appreciate emotion. And then emotion sources like come from maybe mostly is our hatred ones, enemies, So then that person is you recognize is your guru. That happen you liberate. So that's why enlightenment is not come from Buddha. Enlightenment source is hatred ones, enemies. Okay. Ordinary beings, ordinary people, ordinary beings are more very important. Sometimes it's right now where I'm speaking, I don't know your like culturally, but Buddhist countries like they go to in the Buddha's temple, offerings, do things, prayer, aspiration, help me, everything, and then go out. No kind for even dogs, animals, and human beings. So that's the big mistakes. Do you understand? Yeah, big mistakes. Like Buddha says, practicing Dharma means like you homage to Buddha is you have like kind of very devotional homage to Buddha, and then taking care very same like being powerful, but same is like you have to think about other beings too. Other beings, the practice of Dharma mostly is used for object is ordinary beings. So we wanted to reach enlightenment, then the source is ordinary beings. So that's why Buddha said ordinary beings very important become you reach enlightenment. Do you understand what I'm sharing?
Yes.
It's like we need generosity. Generosity source is ordinary people. We need to create morality. Then its source is ordinary people, ordinary beings. The participation is also object source is ordinary people, ordinary beings. So that's why all this practice is mostly support practice of Dharma is ordinary people, really helping us. If long as we use that correctly, enlightenment source is everywhere in your daily life, activity. You can find so many source enlightenment. Do you understand? So that's why we need this mindful awareness. As long as you have mindful awareness, so many things source of enlightenment. Every object for enlightening activities. Do you understand? So that's very good. Thank you, Tashida, everyone. So we finish the teaching here today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Khenpo. I think there's one hand raised. Do you have time for a question?
Laming is going to ask a question. It's a very hard question she's going to ask. I don't know. I can take it. No choice.
Khenpo, it's not a hard question. It's actually a practice question. It's not about the doctrine, but about the practice. Because what you are talking today and yesterday, the same thing. I always use strong emotion as my practice, and I look at it and deeper and deeper. And there's two results. One result is the negative emotion, strong emotion disappear. And the second result, sometimes, not every time, sometimes inside come up. And I understand something really deep and the inside come up. So my question now is about the practice. When you watch your negative emotion, I agree everything you say today, actually, because I use that to practice. And anytime, any situation come up, and when the negative or strong emotion come up, then I just watch it and watch it. And the two things is, one is despair, or the other one is inside come up. So I was really joyful. But do I need to go further? Like when I feel the emotion disappear, what should I do? Because then I don't have the negative emotion at the moment, it disappear. So what can I go further?
Very good. You are very practitioner. I want to same as you. I don't know. I can give you idea guide. You already go more beyond my practice, I think.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
So,
because I believe that the
anyway, listen to me, please.
Okay, I will.
Okay. So, when the despair emotion, then you have to maintain always awareness. You know, doesn't matter, only emotion, right? You use, then emotion gone, you don't use. So that cannot really, gaining your quality, maintaining your practice.
Okay.
So awareness, we have to hold any moment, any time, always like any situation, you have to try capture your awareness, meditate. So then you have that more habitual at become stone in the stone. Then you have ability to, capture you control your emotions. Otherwise, when emotion comes, you right away you apply awareness. Awareness not enough strong.
Mm-hmm.
This is very weak.
Okay.
Same is like baby cannot fight the tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So first we have to create the same. It's like we are strong, strength, like awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have ability to subdue all these emotions.
So before the emotion come up, you're already aware whether it's because strong emotion really is a good practice. Then you just like watching it and don't let go. But normal time you just like that. So strong emotion won't let go. So you keep on watching the emotion, and when you have the awareness, finally most negative emotion dissipate. And like positive emotion is difficult to stick because you are so happy and excited, and you can watch your excited emotion, but it is difficult to really stick with it. But strong negative emotion, you really want to stick to it until you find out what's that.
Yes, that's true. Positive is more harder to transform. So that's why suffering is easy to handle. Long as the Dharma, suffering is easy to handle or take to the path. suffering can be causes of happiness, but happy hard to take through the path. I mean, like samsara happiness, okay, samsara desire happiness, very hard to take through the path because even we say I'm not attached, but sneakily attached, and they don't want to let it go. You want to stay there, be there. Emotions and strong negative feelings, so you want to get that out. So you put effort. You can do practice. You can, transform. But happiness very hard to transform. That's why when most practitioners, ordinary people, when they get difficulty, suffering, something happens, then look into Dharma. So who don't have any worldly level problem issues, and everything is have good things. I mean, the worldly samsara, and they don't go to Dharma. When they have problem, then challenge, and no any other solutions. Then looking something, then come to Dharma.
So, Khenpo, so if that's the case, you say that keep your awareness in ordinary time, and all the time I'm trying to do it. Then when you watch your negative emotion, it disappear. What is the next step to do that? Your awareness. Where is your awareness when it disappear? Oh, you are not angry anymore.
So you become like example angry, and you hold the awareness. Your anger is despair, and your fear is become no normal. Okay, it's more joyful actually, blessed. Kind of like worldly words is different feeling, but more blessed feeling. And then you also have to look to blessed feeling. That's also cannot attach to that. It's have to see. That's also emptiness. Okay. And then blessed feeling is emptiness. It itself is emptiness.
Okay. Thank you.
You want bless and use anger, transform the bless is, then you already attached to that. The bless is not rising. Long as you transform anger energy, the bliss rising, you maintain your awareness, recognize bliss also, no rejecting, no accepting too.
Okay.
It's then your practice is maintaining whatever you can. So unlimited practice, okay?
Okay.
Limited like time schedules.
Okay.
Nature is 24 hours there, then no time schedule, no limited any, it's everything's there. Yeah.
Thank you, Khenpo. Thank you.
Okay, so next I'll do short dedication here, sharing. Chant Lopa Naropa Marpa Malarepa Dharma Lord Gambopa Pamutropa Lord Digomba, please bestow upon us most auspicious blessed our Kaju Lamas. But this virtue may all achieve nations, be defeating our enemies' confusion. May all who towers on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, death, cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where this unborn may arise, where this born may not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray your Dharma activities are far and wide. I pray that I might not be separate from you. As Manjushri, the Vero realized autonomic state, and as did Samadabhada, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the true unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may and the merit I shall bear fruit. by the virtue collected in the 3 times, by myself and all beings in samsara and the nirvana, and by in the rule of virtue, may I all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious enlightenment. May the teaching of the great Digompa Renachiri, who is omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of the samsara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you, everyone. So now we go to daily prayer. I don't know, we need to take break or not.
Thank you.
And without the break, you okay? Daily prayer, I can keep a little shorter.
Yes, Khenpo, whatever you would like to do.
Oh,
There
thank
may
you.
be some that want to say goodbye because they'll need to leave, but we can begin.
Yeah, who can wanted to leave, you can leave, and who to stay, please.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you.
上师不切，感恩上师，感恩上师，
谢谢，
仁波切，感恩上师，
感恩上师，
感恩上师，
上师，
听仁波切，
上师，
感恩上师，
上师法体康康常住住，上师感恩大
感恩上
义，
师，
上师这
感恩上师，
感恩上师。